So Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes continue to dominate headlines, but many around college football are sitting and wondering what the Colorado Buffaloes are going to do during the course of the 2024 recruiting cycle. As during the course of the 2023 cycle, Coach Prime got there late, but that did not stop him from moving the needle and ultimately being able to get the commitment of several blue-chip 4-stars and even 5-star defensive back Kermani McLean. And while many people are sitting and wondering if Coach Prime will have more success with 5-stars in the class of 2024, today we need to talk about one 5-star who's completely eliminated Colorado from their top schools, stating he doesn't see them as a fit. Today we need to break down why Colin Simmons will no longer be visiting the Colorado Buffaloes. But before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Were you surprised to hear Colin Simmons say he no longer plans to visit the spring game? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions seem small, but they are massive to content creators such as myself. And we're on a push to 20,000 subscribers. I'd love to have you a part of this unbelievable community. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And Colin Simmons was just on the On3 podcast the other day with Josh Newberg. If you're not subscribed over there, by all means, go subscribe to On3. They do great stuff. Josh Newberg sitting down with prospects, giving you recruiting analysis. It's just great content over there. Be sure to go check it out. But when Colin Simmons sat down with On3 and Josh Newberg, he was talking about his recruiting process. And during the course of the conversation, Colorado got brought up. And Colin Simmons revealed not long ago that the visit on April 22nd to Colorado, where he was set to visit their spring game, was no longer in the plans anymore. Well, during the course of this interview, he pretty much well confirmed that Colorado is now eliminated from his top list of schools, and he just doesn't see them as a fit. And this is something that I found interesting, because first and foremost, it goes into something I say all the time. You're not going to win every recruiting battle out there. Recruiting is far too competitive, it's far too national. And many people theorized once Colin Simmons published that he would no longer be heading to Colorado on the 22nd for the spring game, that meant that the Buffaloes were out of his top schools, something that was pretty much well explicitly confirmed during Simmons' interview with Josh Newberg on On3. But something else he said stuck out with me, because one thing we need to understand is you're not going to win every battle. Recruiting is far too national, it's far too competitive, there are way too many good institutions and way too many top-tier recruiters for you to win every battle. But it's just about winning the battles you can't afford to lose, something we talk about all the time. But Colin Simmons during this interview talked several times about how he wanted to play his college ball in the SEC, because in his eyes, that's where the best college football is played, and that's where the best development occurs. And look, we can have our opinions on this, but it's hard to argue with that when we look at the NFL draft, and year after year, the smartest minds in football are camped out in the SEC, getting that talent and transitioning it to the next level. So it makes complete sense whenever I look at a Colin Simmons and he's weighing his options and he's looking at an LSU and saying that's an enticing school. He's looking at a Texas that will be in the SEC and saying that's an enticing school. Make no mistake, Colorado and Coach Prime are doing phenomenal things on the recruiting trail, and I fully expect them to garner the attention of several top prospects. But whenever we ask the question of why are these prospects not interested in X school, we can eliminate the name and call a school X. It's because there are several factors to recruiting that we have got to acknowledge. And just because we view things as one way does not mean these prospects are going to back up our viewpoint. Case in point, many people will ask the question whenever a 5-star commits to Alabama, why would this 5-star commit to Alabama? Now they have to sit on the bench. It's because they don't view competition the way you view competition or the way I view competition. If you're somebody that says, why would this 5-star commit to this institution where there are other talented players and now he might have to compete, that means he is not scared of competing. That means that's an individual that looks at competition and welcomes it because he has a competitive drive far greater than that of our own. If you're asking the question, why are these prospects interested in going to loaded rosters, it's because they view that as an opportunity to better themselves. Now, make no mistake, I think Coach Prime is going to change that for the Pac-12 and specifically for Colorado. I think that he's garnering attention and that these prospects are going to be willing to go and play for Coach Prime because they believe in what he's saying. And that's important thing number 2 here. Recruiting is built on relationships. And if you can have these prospects believe in what you're building, that's going to be a powerful thing. And if Coach Prime goes out there during the course of next season and starts winning games, it's It's going to be really easy to convince these prospects to believe in what you're building. But I can't wait to see what happens in this battle. This is going to be a battle I'm following closely, as the likes of LSU, Texas, Alabama are all trying to get the commitment of a very talented prospect, a top 5 prospect in all of high school football. And I'm interested in Colorado fans, what's the name you're now interested in now that Colin Simmons is off the board? Can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.